Greetings, Taurus. Welcome to your reading for the time period of March 1st to the 31st, 2019. For those of you who are new to my channel and who have been on here since the beginning of time, I have opened up a new section to my channel called Keys to Akasha. Keys to Akasha is channel news, channel celebrity stories, etc. I usually post and do videos based on intuition with Keys to Akasha, but if you have a particular case or story, celebrity story, whatever it is, cold case, please feel free to reach out to me on Instagram or my email in terms of if you have a personal inquiry of a story that you would like to see me cover. Okay, so let's see what's going on with you for the time period in March, Taurus. Okay. There's a I'm here. So either you're telling someone that like this is like the I'm here kind of feels like you're waiting outside, or you're like I'm here. So either it's like I had a Gemini to make a Gemini to let a Gem there's a be careful also. It's you're trying to either you're like outside of a Gemini energy's place and you're telling them that, you know, I'm here, or they're telling someone that, or Gemini is telling someone that, you know, they're here. But there's a feeling here where it's taking too long also. So you could be going out with your friend. The Gemini energy could be your friend or your family member. But why is he taking so long? Or why is he or she taking so long? So you're trying to tell someone that you're here, or they're trying to tell you that they're at your house, they're outside, you know, I'm waiting, that vice versa. Somebody's waiting on you, vice versa. But there's a not showing up. Either they're not showing up or taking too long to answer the door or the phone, but is I'm here. So you're trying to let them know that you're going to be here. You're going, however it resonates. Trying to let someone know, it doesn't have to be a Gemini. You're trying to let someone know that you're there, you're going to be there for them. You're like, I'm here for you, vice versa. Or I'm here, like you're waiting on someone and they're taking whatever the reason is. But there was a be careful with one of those scenarios. You know, be careful with one of those scenarios with that kind of feeling. So the be careful energy is kind of like, you know, the fact that you're saying that you're here is like, and somebody is not responding or someone is not answering the door, there's a be careful with that, or set up energy for whatever the reason is that someone is not replying to you, but you're calling someone, you know, I'm here, you know, be careful getting caught in traps also with a Gemini or with whatever zodiac sign, okay? All right, Queen of Wands energy is going on here. So either this energy is like a parent, they're a friend, they're a cousin, they're a coworker, whatever. She's responsible. So if it's an Aries, it doesn't have to be an Aries, it can be any fire sign, female. This energy is responsible, I get, for locking something. This either is an account or it's like they're responsible for locking the door. They're responsible of trapping you in with a Gemini. You know, whatever the situation is here. But I get Libra in chart. So either this energy has Libra in their chart or you have Libra in your chart. Whatever the situation is, that something was really important for somebody to hear that for some reason, but something's going on. But I get deceptive energy. But I get from either from the Gemini or this element. There's something that's going on with deceptive energy. So either either this person feels deceived by you, or you feel deceived by this person. But it has something to do with your involvement with a Gemini, being trapped with a Gemini, but something was done on purpose that this energy did to you. Something was done on purpose that this energy, so either it's a metaphoric trapping, like this could be a situation here, like you know what this feels like an arranged marriage, or like an arranged marriage, or being put up for adoption by this person. or whatever. It doesn't have to be Aries. It could be any fire sign, female, like I said. This could be a situation here where like you, like the Gemini could be a parent, but maybe they're not your real parent, or they're like a partner to you. That's why I said, you're there with the Gemini, but this energy is responsible for trapping you in. Like I said, it could be an arranged marriage or an arranged business partnership with someone in the workplace. And this energy, they're locking the door. Either it's a metaphoric door that they're locking, or they're literally locking the door, or they're locking you in with a Gemini, but they did something on purpose. You know what I mean? Like switching vials. If you watch Libra's reading, this energy switched vials. So either with like your health diagnosis, they switched vials. Like I just something about waiting on a kidney or waiting on a something. So that's why the Gemini energy is with you. So here's the thing. If you have some type of ailment or illness, or you're waiting, that's why I said it's taking long. It could be like a doctor's office. It could be like waiting to see if you're going to get hired, and your friend is waiting with you, whatever. But this energy is vindictive. This energy is vindictive. And they switch files, or they switch vials on someone with this Queen of Wands energy here. So either you're trying to figure out what's going on with your health, and a Gemini is like, I'm here with you. I'm waiting with you here. Whoever the Gemini energy is, a friend, a parent, whatever, they're waiting on you there. And this energy, like they could be the ones that are taking long. Or is this energy in a Gemini that's taking long? Or someone's going on where this energy set you up to be with, or work with, or live with a Gemini energy. And you want to do that, or something mystical as well. Maybe you feel like this energy did something mystical to cause you to end up with a Gemini. Or something's going on with like a health diagnosis, and this energy is responsible for switching vials. Or something's going on where you're finding out that someone is not your parent. If you listen to Libra's reading, or Libra is involved, or so you have Libra in your chart, something's going on with finding out that your Gemini, if it's Gemini that's a parent, they're not your parent, but this energy is responsible, or this energy is your parent and they did something, or this energy is a nurse, they're a boss, they're whatever, but they're responsible for metaphorically leaving you into, what this also feels like? It feels like you're, that's why I said the waiting on the Gemini energy. This also feels like a situation here where you're literally, either figuratively or literally, you're literally somewhere with a Gemini energy, and maybe this energy is supposed to come back with keys, with information, with something, but they're using intuition that this energy is not going to return, or they're doing something that isn't right. So either they're switching something, or I get somehow behind something. They're switching around files or vials, or they're switching something around, but the parent wasn't using intuition. So maybe your parent wasn't using this energy could be your parent. The parent wasn't using their intuition into the fact that this energy was doing that. So it could be like at a doctor's office, feels like a doctor's office, feels like you're trying to get a job, you know what I mean? And something's going on there. If it's a job, then maybe something's going on, but it's switching resume. That's why that energy kept keeping me there. This energy, there's a switching resume. So either this energy doesn't want to work with you, or they want you to work somewhere else, and they're switching resumes, or they're printing out your resume, and they're like editing the resume, and they're like, you don't have this and that criteria. I mean, you think that this element did that, or Gemini did that, somebody did that. And that's why you're like, why is she taking so long with my test results from my blood work? What is going on there? So you're being given, something's going on with fake news. You're being given some type of fake news by this element, or a fake, whatever it is, they're doing something shady, whatever the situation, whatever they're doing with them, whatever they're doing with you in a Gemini energy, something is fake, or they're altering or editing something without your permission or Gemini energy's permission. So it just depends on what's going on. The starting point has the Four of Wands energy there. Like at the Aries, so you may be siding with an Aries for something, but you actually, the reason into why you're siding with an Aries is, that's why I said, for good or for bad, that element was doing something, what you're waiting on that element for. But, I see what's going on. I see what's going on here. This energy, they're trying to protect. So this energy, if it's an Aries, they're trying to protect you from some type of deceptive thing that the both of you did together, right? On a Capricorn female. The Aries is trying to protect you from some type of deceptive move that you made with them on the Capricorn female. Hence the reason for why you're waiting on them. You're waiting on them with doctor's information, somebody's doctor's information, or there's also this feeling of there's also this feeling of not trying to get in. There's also this feeling of not getting in trouble by law enforcement or police. So this element, I get private. This element has that kind of private hookup. That could be why you're waiting on a Gemini. Maybe a Gemini is involved with that as well. We all are. So you, a Gemini, and Aries are involved with that kind of secrecy surrounding a Capricorn energy. But it has something to do with somebody's health. It has something to do with the fact that somebody's pregnant or potentially pregnant. And it has something to do with not getting like in trouble with the law or getting in trouble with like police trouble. That's why I said the danger from the beginning. But this energy has some type of secretive hookup, or they're trying to protect you with the Four of Wands energy here. But I get mentally ill. So when I said trying to protect you, I get mentally ill. Maybe an Aries, maybe a fire sign female or Aries, someone is mentally ill with the Aries. That's why they're doing something, or that's why they're doing something the way they are with the Four of Wands energy here. Hence the reason for why they're helping you conceal some type of deceptive thing that they had you do with the Four of Wands energy on someone else. I don't want to be involved. So maybe you don't want to be involved with some type of shade that an Aries is trying to do on a Capricorn, or a Gemini is involved. Hence the reason for why you're waiting on a Gemini. That's why that's why the Aries asks you to stay with a Gemini. You know, it feels like a heist also. It could be a heist for somebody's doctor's information and switching somebody's doctor's information so they won't find out what's going on with them, or it's a pregnancy, or maybe you're waiting on this by the Aries, but the Aries is trying to, either the Aries did that to you and that's why you're with the Gemini, or something's going on where you and the Aries and the Gemini are doing that on the Capricorn, and the Aries is trying to help you conceal that knowledge with the Four of Wands energy, that even happened, period. But you are aware the Aries did that to a Capricorn. Or the Aries is trying to protect you from some type of deceptive move that you played with them on a Capricorn energy. So it just depends on what's going on. So it's a doctor, baby, wait on a kidney, somebody's real parents, whatever it is, somebody's parents, and find out that somebody's not your parent, or that's not their parent, or whatever, adoption, whatever the issue is there, health diagnosis, some type of crazy secrecy there. But I was getting mentally ill. So the person that you're working with that is doing that is mentally ill. There's something wrong with them. Four of Swords energy for what you're waiting on. I was getting Gemini. This could be air sign, but not returning. So something's going on where this energy is not returning. Maybe you were with this element, but the Aries told them to leave. So maybe something's going on like with a Gemini, some air sign element. So somebody, Aries told a Gemini energy to leave. So they told some air sign element to leave. But you're unaware of that. And you're like, why isn't he or she returning with the Four of Swords? They don't want to see something. So they don't want to see a Gemini energy. If they're a Gemini, they don't want to see some type of crazy shadiness I almost get a Virgo. Something's going on with a Virgo. Maybe a Virgo is involved. Maybe this is happening to a Virgo and a Capricorn energy. Or a Virgo is involved. They don't want to see something about that you're doing. They may not want to see something that you're doing with a Virgo and an Aries. There's that. Or the Gemini is leaving because they don't want to see some type of shadiness that you're doing with an Aries on a Capricorn or a Virgo-like element. So why are we doing this? Or why are they doing this? Why I get a doctor's appointment or a doctor's office? This is happening or it's like a workplace environment where somebody's switching. The Gemini energy is aware that some Aries element is switching somebody's real doctor's information, real resume, and they're printing it out and they're copying it, and they're saving it for themselves or using it for someone that they really want. Somebody else's like resume is going through some type of system where it's being like re-edited, so it could be for somebody else that they really want hired somewhere. And they're doing that behind the scenes. Hence the reason for why it's making it difficult for you to apply for a job. Hence the reason for why it's making it difficult. The Gemini is leaving that knowledge. You know what I mean? Hence the reason for why it's making it. I was getting Capricorn and Virgo, making it difficult for those elements to get a job or get hired somewhere. That's why a Gemini energy is leaving. Or you're a part of that with an Aries element on a Capricorn or a Virgo. And a Gemini was a part of that as well, but they don't want to see that happening. Wow. That's why it's a Four of Swords energy is here. So either it's a doctor's office and craziness is happening, or it's like, and they're trying to protect you because you're a part of it, or switching of somebody's diagnoses and pregnancies, or it's happening in a workplace. And the Gemini energy doesn't want to see that happen. Wow, and they're trying to protect you. That's somebody's way of trying to protect you for some reason. Or something's going on with police and not getting in trouble with some shadiness. That's why I said shadiness on Capricorn or whatever it is. Some protecting somebody from, they're protecting you from that shadiness if you're involved with them on that, whatever one of those scenarios is. The present has the Ace of Wands energy here. The Ace of Wands energy. This isn't Ace. Maybe you need to travel. I kind of see there's a creative idea. So maybe you need a new creative idea with a Gemini. You need a new creative idea with a Gemini energy. They don't want to help. Hence the reason for why they disappeared from some type of conversation that you were having with an Aries element. They didn't want to see. Hence they didn't want to see. So they disappeared. I get shade. So they disappeared from some type of shade that you were doing on them. Or they disappeared from some type of shade that they're aware of, that you're a part of, that an Aries is doing on a Capricorn or Virgo-like element. But they don't want them here. So when I say Capricorn and Virgo-like element, or there's somebody doesn't want those elements somewhere. So either I get Sag as well. Sag, Aries, these fire sign energies, the Queen of Wands, they don't want. I was getting Aries more heavily. Aries, whatever. They don't want those Capricorn and Virgo-like elements. They don't want them to be somewhere. So either it's a workplace, or they don't want them to find out what's going on with their health. Whatever it is that the Gemini energy doesn't like. I'm going to tell her. So the Gemini is like, I'm going to tell Capricorn something. I'm going to tell a Virgo-like element something. But it's not going to believe. So when I said that, those elements, like you think that if a Gemini energy tells a Capricorn and a Virgo something, that those elements are not going to believe what they heard. That they're not going to believe what they heard, or Gemini can't believe what they're hearing, that you're a part of here on a sibling or a friend or a coworker. Why are you stealing? So why are you trying to steal somebody's, like, whatever it is, somebody's resume, somebody's birth certificate? Why are you trying to steal somebody's, like, what else was those examples? Health diagnosis. Why are you trying to conceal that? Why are you hiding that? What are you doing with the Four of Swords energy? That's why I said mentally ill. That's why I said that's why the Gemini is like, I'm going to tell him, her, or them, that what's happening to them. That's why Gemini energy looks at a Capricorn or a Virgo-like element a certain way. That's why they look side eye. That's why they side eye those energies, because they're aware of some type of shittiness that you're doing with the fire sign females. But that's why I didn't invite. So when I said fire sign females, maybe that's why you didn't invite a Capricorn somewhere with a fire sign female and a Gemini. That's why you didn't invite them somewhere, because it's stealing information, because you're stealing a Capricorn or Virgo. You're stealing one of those energies, Capricorn. You're stealing that energy's information with a Queen of Wands energy. Wow. She knows now, or she has known, or somebody has been using their intuition that's what you're doing with the Four of Swords energy there. But it's a call of police. So either Gemini energy is going to call the police on you with these elements, with these fire sign females here, or you're fearing that the Gemini is going to go back and tell a Capricorn energy, that the Gemini is going to go back and tell a Capricorn or Virgo-like element. They're going to tell them what you're doing with these fire sign females, with their information, their doctor's things, their resumes. Somebody's going to break down and say that, because they're disgusted. They're disgusted. And maybe you spend time with them. You may spend time with them. And that's why you're not calling a Capricorn energy. And that's why you're not spending or hanging out with or inviting that element over. Right? Jealous. You're doing something because you're jealous of that element. And then a Gemini, and it's insecure. Either a Gemini is insecure, or a Gemini sees you as insecure because you're getting involved with this type of secrecy with a fire sign, with the fire sign energies on a coworker, on a friend, on a family member. They see you as low self-esteem. They see you as insecure, or they are this way. They could even be shown up that way because they could be even shown up that way because they're aware that you're doing that. So they too could also be insecure because they have that knowledge of what you're doing. Wow. The future has the Queen of Pentacles energy there, but it's an apology. So maybe you need to apologize. So if it's you, maybe you need an apology from a parent. Maybe a parent is doing something shady around you, or your friend is doing something shady around you. That could be. That's why I said Aries. That's why I said fire sign females protecting you. This could be happening to you. More so a Capricorn. So this is or Capricorn or Virgo. More so those elements. More so a Capricorn, but it may when I said if it's happening to you, something is karmic. So maybe health. Something is karmic with your health. Something is karmic with somebody's health or insomnia, whatever it is. Four of Swords, because something is karmic going on with you somewhere. So either it's like your health, your job, your family, something extremely karmic, or it potentially will be because you're involved with this and you're not listening to a Gemini energy. But you're like, they're involved too, but they have remorse for an external Queen of Coins energy that is happening to that you're a part of with the fire sign energies on them. So that's hence the reason for why you need an apology, or why this Queen of Pentacles is going to potentially need an apology from you and a Gemini and the Aries and whatever fire sign female you're dealing with here. Wow. The Instincts has the Eight of Pentacles here. Eight of Pentacles. But Capricorn, you're working hard with a Capricorn, or understand something. It's in your instinct. So either you're working hard, period. These elements could be you if it's not Capricorn. You could be working hard. You're still stealing. You're working hard to steal. Or you're just working hard, period. But you're with an Aries, with a fire sign female, with the help of a Gemini. Or the Gemini, I feel like it's just aware. Like, I just feel like the Gemini is just aware. That's why they look at an external Queen of Pentacles a certain way. So they're trying to give you tidbits into, fixing your morals or something, There's a don't be like her. So when I said fixing morals, I get don't be like her. It was the Queen of Wands is underneath. Don't be like that element. They're greedy. They're selfish. They have low self-esteem. Hence the reason for why they're stealing. They're insecure. Hence the reason for why they're stealing. Don't throw your integrity under the bus for some type of load of money. It could be $8,000 that someone is giving you. Whatever. It's an 8 card. However much amount of money. Wow. Why am I doing this? Why am I doing this? Why am I concealing that? It could be doctor's records, somebody's resume, somebody's information, but to benefit self. So you're trying to like work with these fire sign females to get somebody's information to benefit yourself. Wow. That's why you're working hard to conceal that. But something about concealing that, or something about the Aries like element, whatever fire sign female, something about you working with them and them working with you to conceal that. There's no point, because the Capricorn energy already knows that is happening. And the Gemini energy is warning you that you're going to get called the police upon. Something is already in the works with that. Something is already in the works. So either a Gemini sees that and they have remorse, so they're throwing you under the bus and they're calling the police on you. That's why I said hence the reason for the Aries like element protecting you. Fire sign females trying to protect you, vice versa. Because you have a shady Gemini that you, like, they see that you're doing something bad, whatever you're trying to do. They see that you're trying to do something bad, or they're doing something bad, whatever it is. That's why they're leaving. But that's why it's a 4 of Swords. They're throwing you under the bus. They're throwing these fire sign females under the bus. But something is already in the works, like a private investigation, a surveillance camera. A surveillance camera is on in Aries. I've been hearing that for a long period of time. A surveillance camera is on an Aries. Everywhere that an Aries goes, there's something that's on them. So either somebody's traveling, either somebody's driving like a private, like an unmarked police car is following that element everywhere. Surveillance cameras might set up at jobs. So somebody has surveillance cameras set up at their job. So either the Queen of Wands has that set up at their job, they don't know, or a Gemini told. So when I say Queen of Wands has that set up at their job and they don't know, a Gemini told you that that was set up on that Queen of Wands, or set up on you, or it's set up on someone. But I feel like the Gemini is reiterating that to you. The Capricorn is talking about. So the Capricorn, that could be where the Gemini got the information from. The Capricorn is aware of that information. So that's why the Gemini is reiterating that to you. But it's a search. So the reason the Gemini got that information somehow from a Capricorn energy. So the Gemini is telling you, you need to search for those cameras. You unmarked car, that's not going to be found. Nobody's going to find a damn unmarked car. Like that's going to be extremely hard to find. And nobody's going to be going to look for private investigators and unmarked cars everywhere. Nobody has the time to drive around and look for unmarked cars, but they're looking for surveillance because a Gemini told you that the Queen of Wands has surveillance cameras on them in their job. They're looking in their job. They set up people to look in their job for those damn surveillance cameras. Wow. A video was taken after I said that as well. So a video was taken. Either you're fearing a video being taken, or the Gemini's telling you that, potentially I see what's going on. They're telling you that you're not listening. You're not listening. Somebody really has hard ears here. They're not listening to the fact that they're trying to not like psychic information. They're not listening to some type of psychic information on purpose. But there's really cameras on someone. There's really unmarked vehicles trailing in Aries. There's unmarked vehicles trailing in Aries. Every day, every night, whatever. They're watching every move. There's a park outside house. So that those cars are parked outside of the Aries house. They're parked outside your house. A Gemini warned you that those cars are going to be parked outside of your house or outside of a Queen of Wands energy's house, particularly Aries house. That's why I said mentally ill. So somebody's doing foolish stealing and there's unmarked police cars out and surveillance cameras outside of their house. But when I said that, I get protecting Capricorn. So either a Gemini set that up. That's why I said the Gemini set that up. Oh, I see what's going on. The Gemini energy may have set that up. That's why I said, I'm outside from the beginning of the reading. I'm outside. I'm waiting. I see what's going on here. I see what's going on. You're a part of something, like you're a part of some type of stealing situation. So the Gemini energy, so either they were pretending that they were pretending that they were with you, or they were rooting for something that you were doing on someone, but they were not. That's why it's a Four of Swords. So they set you up by having you go on some type of outing so that someone would take notice, so a police or someone would take notice of you. Hence the reason for why Aries, a fire sign female, is working so hard to protect you. And somebody, either they set that up or they set people to put unmarked vehicles and surveillance cameras outside of your house or outside of a Queen of Wands energy's house. Wow, are they reiterating that to you and you're not listening to something? 10 of Cups energy for the accomplishment here. 10 of Cups energy here next to the Four of Wands. Maybe this is happening in your family. This could be happening to you. This could be something as simplistic as something going on. It's not simplistic. It's not simplistic. I mean, wrong word. Maybe you see it as simplistic, but it's, I see what's going on. Aries may see it as simplistic, but somebody doesn't see it. Somebody external from the Aries does not see it as simplistic. And they have unmarked cars and things on them and surveillance arrest. They're going to get arrested. But they were trying to think, they were thinking that something was simplistic or something was simple. So either it's happening in the family and somebody thinks that they're mildly stealing from a family member or a cousin or a friend. Or if it's like a workplace, maybe they're getting away with murder in a workplace, metaphorically, not literally. They're getting away with murder in a workplace or school or whatever it is, some office with a Four of Swords energy there. Somebody thinks they think something is simplistic. They think something is simplistic, or they think something that Gemini energy is something that's simple about something. They think something is simple, but it's not simple. Either it's to whatever to do to get the information. Maybe you thought something was simple with a Gemini. Or what they're explaining to you was simple. Oh, I see what's going on. Something going on here. I keep getting heist. So somebody, if it's a Gemini or a Queen of Wands, maybe someone was telling you, all you need to do is print out this, that, and the third, and I'll handle the rest of it. Maybe some delusional with that. So maybe you thought that someone telling you to do that in that way, you thought that something was simple. Okay, well, this is easy. This is going to be a piece of cake. But I keep getting delusional with that. You thought that something was going to be a piece of cake, or you thought something was going to be simplistic, but there's the delusion surrounding that. So either Gemini warned you, Queen of Wands is a fool. Someone's foolish about a Queen of Wands energy because they're just trying to roll like everything's okay. But it's not okay because they're being watched and followed. Something about 6 months. So either you have been getting watched for 6 months. The Queen of Wands, somebody has been getting watched for 6 months. That's the time period that someone has been getting stalked or watched. So either Gemini is telling you that, Capricorn is telling you that, somebody's telling you that, and you're not listening to that. Wow. Somebody has been getting watched or stalked by like police or law or government for 6 months or longer, probably, or however long. 9 of Cups energy in the spiritual self. The Nine of Cups energy is in the spiritual self, but I need healing. That's why it's next to the Four of Swords. If it's not a Gemini energy, you're just depressed by the information that is resurfacing, or is newfound information. That I need to cleanse. The Nine of Cups is like needed to cleanse, needed to take a break, needed to vacation, whatever it is. Wow, or you need something. Or I get a new thought process. Maybe you need a new thought process. Somebody needs a new thought process. Maybe that's what somebody's trying to tell you here. Hence the reason for the Ace of Wands energy being in the present. That's why I said new creative idea. A new thought process. Somebody needs to develop a change their thought process on something, period. So either a Gemini needs to do that. You need to do that. Queen of Wands needs to do that. Somebody really needs to do that. You know what I mean? The mentality has the Five of Pentacles energy, but I did this for money. Somebody was working hard to do this. You were working hard to do this for money. Gemini born with an Aries, or is it a fire sign female that was doing this for money? But she's not using her intuition. So when I said fire sign female doing this for money, she is not using her intuition. Something could have been happening for 6 months. Or someone was being watched for 6 months, and they're working. Somebody is going with the flow, and they're not using their intuition here. This is all about using intuition and thought processes and pretending like something is simplistic, but it's not simplistic. A friend warned you, a coworker warned you, or they threw you under the bus because they don't like what you're doing on someone, or they don't like what's happening to you. Queen of Wands could be doing this to you, and you didn't see that. You know what I mean? Whatever the situation is there. King of Pentacles energy, this could be showing up as you. But I need help. So if you're showing up, if this is you showing up here, there's I need help. There's I need help. Whatever you need help for. You know what I mean? But I get doctor. So if you're showing up like this, you need help with it in the doctor's office. You need help in the doctor's office. You know what I mean? Maybe a Gemini energy is trying to enlighten you on what a nurse did. A Gemini energy is trying to enlighten you on what a Queen of Wands nurse did. And maybe something about that. Maybe somebody thought something about that. I keep getting switching vials. Maybe somebody thought something about switching vials or files in a doctor's office was simplistic. Maybe they're trying to pretend they did it by accident. Hence the reason for the unmarked cards on them, because it's causing someone to it's causing someone to not be really well. Like it's causing someone to not be well. Health-wise, not be well, and throughout their life with jobs and trying to get insurance at Capricorn. It's making a Capricorn energy difficult. It's difficult for them to get insurance, or somebody to get insurance, health insurance, whatever the insurance is, or paying for hospital bills. But it's making it difficult for someone to do that. And the Gemini energy is trying to take you down. Hey, guilt trip. They're trying to guilt trip you. If you're dealing with a Gemini, they're guilt tripping you here. The resolution has the Page of Cups energy. Page of Cups energy in the resolution going towards the Queen of Pentacles energy. Hence, the Page of Cups is like, I need to apologize to an external Queen of Coins. Queen of Pentacles. You need to apologize to that element, or that's you. Or you're dealing with, if that's you in the future, maybe someone, like I said, maybe some Aries needs to apologize for you for what they're doing to you or what they did to someone. Or if this element is you could be showing up like this as well. You could be showing up like this, and you need to apologize. You need to apologize to an external Queen of Pentacles if you're showing up like that. Or someone needs to apologize. You need to apologize to a Queen of Pentacles. Or an Aries-like element needs to apologize to you. Or you need help from someone that you should really not ask someone that is recommending you, a Gemini recommended you to get help from a fire sign energy, but maybe you should not take that energy's help, because they steal, or they're stealing, or whatever it is, financial help. Five of Pentacles being in the mentality. Don't take their help. Don't steal. Don't whatever. So they're trying to throw you under the bus, or somebody set up unmarked cars on the fire sign energies here. And they don't know. It has something to do with being involved with them. All right, let's see what the outcome is. Taurus. All right, Page of Coins is underneath, which this could be happening in the workplace or a new job. Hence the reason for the printing out, of changing somebody's resumes and all that kind of shit. The Hangman energy is like spiritual learning. Maybe you need to learn something from a Queen of Coins. They are in the future. You know, maybe that's why I said the needing help king of coins being for what's changing with you, or it's an external king of coins, or does it need to apologize to the queen of coins? You're learning something spiritually. That's why I said psychic information from the Gemini. But the Gemini is reiterating psychic or intuitive information that a Capricorn energy said that you're involved with the Hangman energy there. Hence the reason for why you didn't hang out with someone. Hence the reason for why you're not calling or talking to someone or inviting them over, because you're involved with stealing from them, or somebody is involved with stealing from you, or a Gemini may be involved with stealing from you, and they need to apologize to you, or a fire sign female does, whatever the issue is. So either it's this is happening in a doctor's office, a job, a hiring process, whatever it is, adoption, find out who's the real parent, switching vials, whatever the issue is. Whatever the issue is with switching vials, whatever the reason that someone feels that they need to switch vials for with the Hangman energy. Maybe you're trying to conceal a kid that you had with a Gemini. Maybe you're trying to conceal that from someone, from a Capricorn. Maybe you're trying to conceal that from someone, but something is not working. That's why I said you think something is simplistic, but it's not. It's major. Somebody sees it as Gemini sees it as major. Because they're scared of someone that you're stealing from, or someone that you're aware of that did something to a Queen of Coins energy external from you. You think some type of knowledge that you have of something is simple and you're not going to get in trouble, but that's why they're crazily trying to protect you. The Queen of Wands, the fire sign energy, that's why they're trying to protect you. But there's no point in the protection. The protection is not working for whatever the reason is there. Okay? Or this protection is not working on your part. Maybe it is, or it is not. But it's because of a Gemini, or the protection is working on a Queen of Coins energy. The protection is working on them because somebody deep down had remorse for them. So they're protecting them or protecting you. Whatever is going on. All right, let me know how it resonates. Taurus, be well. Take care. Bye.